Hi, this is Thaine, and welcome to the lab for another episode of Thaine's World. Today we're going to talk about selling a gaming PC. And I think it's important when selling a gaming PC, we understand what each of the components are and how they contribute to the gaming experience. I have here a system that we purchased in retail that features the Intel Core i7 7700K processor. The CPU has a K on the end, which means it's unlocked, which means it supports overclocking, which means that I can increase the frequency and potentially operate at a higher speed, getting an even better gaming experience. And when I started tuning the system, I realized that because it has the Intel B250 chipset, which is a great platform, it just doesn't support overclocking. So this platform is very good for gaming, but it's not very customizable. And it'd be important to know that when selling to a customer so they don't have the misconception that they could in fact overclock it. Now let's take a look at a system that I put together in the lab. So I've got a platform that supports the same processor, the 7700K. The chipset with that processor is the Z270, whereas the previous platform had a B250. The B250 chipset doesn't support overclocking. This platform based on the Z270 does support overclocking, so we can actually increase the frequency if we decide we want to go a little faster. Now, to keep the processor operating at high speed, we need to make sure it has the ability to support a lot of power, and that's measured in watts. And these CPUs are typically 90 watts. Some of the other processors in the X series can be clocked over to higher frequencies and support 120 watts. But those are for much higher end systems and maybe not ideal for gaming. So at 4.5 gigahertz, the 7700K is the fastest CPU. With the chipset, it has the ability to reach its potential. It's mated with DDR4 memory, so that is the core of the system. We also have the ability to cool it. Speed is what makes the gaming experience near lifelike. So we need to deliver them lots of power, and then we need to be able to cool everything. The next thing we have is a great graphics card, and you have choices here, whether it's the 1080 like we had over there, or the 1070 superclock like we have here. We can decide where to spend our money. In addition to those components, we now need to store our games. So normally, in a gaming platform in retail, it's going to have a hard drive. Now what's great about hard drives is they're big. What's not so good about hard drives is they aren't as fast. Solid-state storage is very responsive, very quick. It just is expensive to get it in large capacity. Now Intel's come up with a really cool technology. It's an Optane module, and what that's going to do is cache some of the things that you need all the time and give those to the platform very quickly. So it's like an SSD, but your system sees a single volume. So you don't have to decide whether things go on a small SSD like you would in a dual drive system or push things on the hard drive, because if you put a game on the hard drive, it's unaccelerated. So by having Optane in this system, we have the ability to restart fast, load the games fast, and we still have that big capacity we need to store all our games. So in addition to these components, remember that the customer may also benefit by having some peripherals, whether it's a better keyboard or a better mouse. These are the things that they use to help interact with their game. Now, on the last thing, when we're talking about selling to our customers, they may not have the same understanding we do about all these different components. So when they come in, be sure and put things in terms of experience. Help them understand that because it's fast, the game will play smooth and lifelike. Because the Optane module is fast, it will load and restart fast, so they're never waiting on their computer. If they talk specs to you, then you can certainly respond and get more technical. Thanks for stopping by the lab. This is Thaine. Have a great day.